Hey Star Fam, thanks for tuning in. We're here again today for another quick energy check-in using the Mystical Manga Tarot deck. Okay, so getting right into it. I do hope you're all keeping well. This is going to be a quick general reading to see if we can get a bit of a snapshot to see what the energies are like with my Star Fam. As it's a general read, it might not resonate with everyone. If not to worry. I've got plenty other readings posted. Feel free to have a look through my video library. I'm sure you'll find something that will resonate with your situation. Okay, so getting right into it. Let's see, what are the energies like with my Star Fam? Ooh, okay, so first cards out, we've got, bear with me while I that fell. Just want to double check that it is just the one, and it is. Alright, so first cards out we've got are the Five of Wands, and then we've got the Two of Cups. Okay, so the Five of Wands is usually about competition, could be about petty squabbles. Traditionally, the Five of Wands, it is actually five people, each holding a wand, and it looks like they're in the middle of like some kind of like a squabble, like a fight. So again, it could be competition. This could be arguments, disagreements. But with this particular deck, this is actually registering more as like some kind of a blockage. As you can see, this person is trying to leave the city that he's in, but he's being blocked from leaving. So again, this could be a disagreement that is stopping you from moving forward, or some kind of competition. But honestly, this feels more like when I say competition, it feels more like somebody is in a one-sided competition with you kind of deal. You know what I mean? Some kind of rivalry. You know, and it's almost like somebody's trying to sabotage plans, or at least just block you from moving forward with something. And I get the feeling that what they're trying to block you from moving forward with is a relationship, because we've got this Two of Cups here. And the Two of Cups is usually about a relationship. As you can see, we've got this lovely couple sharing a cup of love, or sharing drinks. I mean, this could be a partnership as well, too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could just be partnership in general, but it's really reading like a relationship. I'm getting some serious, like, Romeo and Juliet vibes. Like the couple that's being kept apart for some reason. But let's see if we can dig a little bit deeper to see if we can find out a little bit more about this spread. Could be that you got into a recent argument with a partner or a friend, but it's feeling more like a partnership is being blocked. Okay, the next card to come out is the Magician. Now, the Magician is a major arcana card. I think it's mercurial, so I think this might be a Gemini. Although, again, not necessarily. I believe the Lovers is a Gemini card as well, too, also major arcana. But again, not necessarily, because we've also, we've also got fire sign with the wands. But again, it's not sign specific or gender specific. But anyway, we've got the Magician out. And the Magician is somebody who is very resourceful. Somebody who can make the impossible possible. You know what I mean? Somebody, as you can see, this magician person, they are the masters of all four of the arcanas. As you can see, he's got the cup, he's got the wands, he's got swords, and where's the last one? And the coins coming out of the cup. So he's a master of all the elements. And this is somebody who is very good at manifesting things into their lives. Now, this can go either way. This could be, because as much as the Magician is great, resourceful, and all those wonderful things, this could also be somebody who's known as being a bit of a trickster. So you could have a trickster in your midst, somebody who's trying to block you from this relationship or sabotage this relationship, as well as it could also be, you know, an energy of making this happen no matter what. So I kind of get the feeling that this could also be a dual energy of, you know, somebody trying to block this union no matter what, as well as somebody who's trying to make this union happen no matter what. Got the feeling that we got two stubborn sets of people out here. At least two stubborn people. But let's see if we can get a little bit more information as to what exactly is going on with this situation. This could be that you could be, again, as with the Five of Wands being a card of competition, rivalry. This could be a love triangle situation, and we've got, you know, two people who are basically in love with the same person and trying to basically, you know, do whatever they can to win this person over. Although I'm not seeing any threes, so, you know, as far as it being a three-party situation, you know, it could be, but again, well, let's see what the cards have to say. So you could be competing over affections. I mean, I am kind of getting love triangle vibes, not gonna lie, even though there are no threes out here yet. Because again, with the Lovers card, traditionally, yes, it is the Lovers and about Lovers Union, but in many decks, this is also known as the card of the choice, because usually there is a choice between two lovers. You know, I mean, like this particular deck doesn't really emphasize that side of the Lovers card. But I gotta throw it out there, guys. Okay. So now we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands, again, could be a fire sign that we're dealing with, although not necessarily. But the Queen of Wands is somebody who is very beautiful, very sassy, you know, somebody who's very much, I want to say like a fashionista type. You know what I mean? Somebody who's always very well put together, creative, passionate, somebody who's very action oriented. But the Queen of Wands is also kind of known as the other woman, you know? And if she's not the other woman, this is definitely like, you know, somebody whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, let's just say, okay? I mean, she's the kind of girl who's very beautiful, and she's always got lots of men fawning over her, and what have you. So again, this could be the third party situation. This could be the one that everyone is fighting over. But yeah, let's see if we can get a little bit more context to see who exactly this Queen of Wands is and what their role is in this situation. Because I can understand people fighting over the Queen of Wands, because that's, you know, kind of typically how it goes. Next card out, the Empress. Okay. All right. So, I mean, the Empress, major arcana, could be Taurus, not necessarily. But the Empress is like the goddess of the deck. You know what I mean? She's the divine feminine, the divine goddess. So this could be like the ultimate in beauty. So this could be the same person. This could be two different people, two different women who are just extremely beautiful, extremely feminine, extremely nurturing. Because again, the Empress, the goddess, the divine mother, all things feminine, all things beautiful, nurturing, comforting, mothering, you know, everything that you would kind of associate with a divine feminine and femininity and womanhood. You know what I mean? So somebody who, again, kind of like the Queen of Wands, is always looking very good, you know, surrounding themselves with the best. You know what I mean? So I can understand why people would be fighting over this person. If this is the same person, like, I mean, this is a woman who's seriously got it going on. I say woman because they're, you know, feminine cards, but it's not necessarily gender specific. Oh my goodness, you guys. The plot thickens. All right, so for some of you, it could be like a mother or a parental figure that is trying to come between this relationship. I'm getting that as well because we've got one situation, and this person, this masculine energy, is, I don't know why, is coming across to me as more of a fire sign. And then with the whole mother situation, the divine feminine, the mother. So it could be that his mom doesn't like this union. She might have somebody else in mind for her son. Taking it as it resonates, guys, because just because it's indicated that I'm getting the feeling that it's one way. If it resonates that it's the opposite, just take it out. It resonates, guys. But I'm definitely feeling like it could be possible that for some of you, a mother figure is what is stopping you from being in this relationship. Because again, we got the Queen of Wands, the Empress. If this is the same person, it's just kind of the mom figure. And if she is, if this is a family of wands, you know what I mean, so to speak, then it's like it's the wands that are blocking this person. Looks like it's the masculine that's being blocked. Oh dear. So yeah, I wasn't kidding earlier on when I said I was kind of getting a Romeo and Juliet vibes. It looks like it could be for some of you that your family, your mom, doesn't agree with you guys being together. Oh boy, okay. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information on this. For some of you, if that's the case, for some of you as well, the partner can already be pregnant as well too. Not all of you, for some of you. But I mean, again, I feel like this is a true union because we've got the Two of Cups together. And that's definitely a happy couple who care very deeply about each other, the way that they're kind of staring lovingly into each other's eyes. You know what I mean? And then in the background, you even do have the dragon caduceus thing kind of shaped in a heart. So it's like that kind of magical love forever, with a fiery heart above. So there's a lot of passion and love in this relationship. You know what I mean? Definitely kind of getting Romeo and Juliet kind of vibes. Oh dear. Okay, so next cards out we've got are... Sorry, I was just going to move these so you can see. Oh dear. So next cards out we got are the Sun. Beautiful. And then we've got the Nine of Cups. Lovely. And then the King of Swords. Okay, so I feel like the masculine side has finally decided to turn up. Okay, so the Sun card is another major arcana card, and it is the most happiest card in this deck. So the Sun is all about happiness, joy, summer months, clarity, light, illumination. It could be about children, as we've got the two kids down here. So yeah, I get the feeling that this could be, the Empress figure. She could be pregnant at the moment. So I kind of feel like the female side of this couple could be pregnant, could be new. So this could be some happy news. Again, with the Nine of Cups being about emotional fulfillment, joy, happiness, contentment. You know what I mean? You just kind of like having everything that your heart desires. Look at this person's face, how happy they are. You know what I mean? And just being very content. And I mean, obviously, you've got the Sun, so you can see this person is enjoying their happiness. Again, with the Empress as well, too, and the Lovers. This person has a lot to be happy about. Okay, both people, these couples, even this mom, this wayward mom, I mean, realistically should be happy with her son, or, you know what I mean? Because, seeing how happy he clearly is, and I kind of get the feeling that this is him, or the masculine energy presenting. So he could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, although not necessarily. Again, I did say I was feeling more fire signs from him, but taking as it resonates, you guys. Again, it's not necessarily sign or gender specific. It's just about the attributes of this person. And as you can see, this King of Swords, I mean, the King of Swords in general is somebody who's very logic based, very more cerebral, more in his head and his thoughts than about his emotions. Not that he's unfeeling, but he likes to take life as, what is logical. He thinks more with his logical mind. You know what I mean? And so this is somebody who could be as well very well educated, very well spoken, because swords again being about ideas, thoughts, communications. So somebody who's quite smart. And I get the feeling that if his mom really is, I don't get the feeling that she is really toxic. She could be a narcissist, because the Queen of Wands, when she's sassy, she's really sassy, and she's known as being quite bitchy. But I just get the feeling that she just, I don't know, for whatever reason doesn't seem to like her daughter-in-law. I don't know what it is. I think maybe she had somebody else in mind, and it's nothing that this daughter-in-law did wrong. It's just that she's not this other person. You know what I mean? And so, but whatever, because I kind of get the feeling that this King of Swords kind of sees his mom's crap and doesn't really care. As you can see, his face, he looks kind of like resigned to the situation. And the way he's got his sword up, it's like he's ready to cut the crap. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, even though he doesn't look it, because he's looking quite stoic, he is happy, and he is fulfilled, and he's happy with his partner, and nothing's going to change that. No amount of mommy dearest trying to stop them from coming together is going to stop them from coming together, because it does, again, look like kids are coming soon if they're not there already. You know what I mean? And I get the feeling that this King of Swords, if you guys were having arguments about where you guys are going to spend the holiday, don't worry, because I feel like the King of Swords, if he has to, in order to maintain his happiness and his sanity, he won't hesitate to just be like, you know what, Mom, forget it. I'm just going to do the holidays at home with my family. You know what I mean? So if ever there was that worry, don't be. You know what I mean? The King of Swords is somebody who has his head screwed on quite well, and isn't somebody who would give in to anyone trying to manipulate him into thinking, feeling, believing, doing anything that he doesn't want to. Okay? And again, he is a king, so, this is like a big grown man we're talking about. This isn't somebody who's immature. This is somebody who's quite mature and quite intelligent as well, too. You know what I mean? So he knows when he's being given the runaround, you know what I mean? And kind of like the Queen of Swords, but maybe not as harsh as the Queen of Swords. He is not afraid to cut that out, okay? Granted, he won't do it again. He won't be as harsh as the Queen of Swords, where she'll just off with their heads immediately. You know what I mean? But he doesn't take crap either. Whew. Okay. Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me a second. Let me just catch my breath. Yeah, so again, if you guys were worried, or if there was any conflict at all about Christmas plans, who you're going to spend Christmas with, where you're going to spend Christmas, and you got problems with in-laws, a mother-in-law that, you just don't get along with, don't worry. It looks like your hubby has your back in this. Okay? Under the deck, we have got the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is about having a lot of options, a lot of choice. Okay? It could be confusions, it could be being spoiled for choice. But again, I kind of get the feeling that this isn't really so much as confusion, so much as this King of Swords recognizing that, you do have other options, as opposed to just having to, go back home and spend the holidays with your family. You know what I mean? It's like, you do have other options. There are other things that you can do. You don't just have to do this one thing. Yeah, okay, it might be tradition or whatever, but you can make your own traditions. You know what I mean? It's like, I kind of get the feeling that this... it's less about confusion and more about reminding you that you do have options. Okay? You do have other options. as far as how you're going to spend your holidays. All right, and for what you're going to do, and just like your choices in general. Like, honest to God, if anyone ever says to you, well, it's either this or that, like them kind of ultimatums, like, no, you don't, you know what I mean? You don't have to play these games, and life isn't always either this or that. Many times you have more options than just the one or the other. But usually when people try to, say things like that to you, it's just because they're trying to manipulate you, basically. But, you do have other options. Just saying. Okay? Whew. All right, you guys. I think I'm going to finish this off, but before I go, I'm just going to grab an inspiring quote from the You Got This deck. Right. Let's see if we can get any words of wisdom, words of encouragement, words of inspiration from a star fan with regards to this spread. Can get any words of wisdom. Sorry guys, I'm just taking a minute to take it all in. Make sure I'm not really missing anything as well. So this is actually quite in depth. Like there is so much happiness in this spread. You've got the Sun card, you've got the Nine of Cups, the Empress, the Two of Cups. You know what I mean? Like this is a very happy couple. It's just unfortunate that you've got somebody in your midst who's trying to come between you or stop you from being together. Because definitely this masculine, this king, sees his partner as the Empress, And I mean, to an extent, the Queen of Wands in the sense that he finds her, as beautiful, and as desirable and as passionate and fiery and all those wonderful things that he loves, It's like he knows that this feminine, like, balances him out. Whereas he's very cerebral and logical and can get stuck in his head. She definitely brings out the softer side, you know what I mean? And really brings that softer touch, that feminine, that comforting, that nurturing, brings him back down to earth when he's stuck in his head. Really helps him put a name on his emotions and get more in touch with his emotions and to honor his emotions and not just like to dismiss them in the spirit of just trying to be logical about situations. You know what I mean? It's almost like she gives him permission to feel, and he really appreciates that. Especially if he did grow up with a mom who was the Queen of Wands type and everything was more kind of about her or about appearances. Sorry guys, just digging deep. Oh, okay. So, let's see what went flying out. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. And creating that wonderful, happy life that you want and that you deserve, and that you can envision for yourselves, right? And again, it's about living your truth, living, your life the way that you want to and doing what makes you happy and being with the people who make you happy. You know what I mean? And again, there is so much joy and happiness here. Honestly, don't let anybody ruin your happiness, especially not around the holidays, you guys. All right, you guys, I think I'm going to leave this here. I do hope you enjoyed this spread. I hope it helped bring a little bit of clarity to your situation if it resonated with you. If you did enjoy this, please be sure to like and subscribe so you can join the Soul Tribe. And as always, wishing you a copacetic Earth experience.